Small schools, it's good job. They did a nice job.
They did. They did a great job.
3 times state champs.
Are we ready?
Almost.
Graduating 3 seniors. One star.
Small schools, it's good.
Oh, there's a man right there.
And now you,
Nice to see you.
Oh, back when I played.
Turned it on.
Before sectional.
All right, we're good. Welcome, everyone. This is the regular monthly board meeting for the Tioga County Industrial Development Agency. It is Wednesday, December 7th, 2022 at 4:30 p.m. The meeting is hereby called to order. Christine, could you do a roll call, please?
Jen Checkarelli.
Yes.
Kevin Gillette.
Yes.
Aaron Gowan.
Yeah.
John Ward.
Yes.
Martha Albright. Yes. I went out of order.
Yes.
Tracy Manell. Kevin Gillette.
Yeah. You gotta get her.
Let me start over. Jen Checkarelli.
Yes.
Kevin Gillette.
Yeah.
Martha Albright. Yes. Tracy Manell.
Yes.
John Ward.
Yeah.
Aaron Gowan.
Yeah.
Eric Knoll.
Absolutely.
Sorry about that.
We do have a guest here this evening. Mary Townsend has joined us. She's going to be observing and seeing what we're all about. So we welcome her. Thank you.
I'm
for
sorry,
coming.
she's here already.
I've learned a lot already.
Bet you have.
First item on the agenda, I'm seeking a motion to approve the November 2nd board meeting minutes, please. How about a second?
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Thank you. Now let's go into the financial. Aaron and John, any comments?
No, look good. The other thing, Christine, the pilot payment, the $2,600 pilot payment for Tioga Downs. It's still in the file. On the balance sheet. It's in the Wheel Gardens on it. on one part, and then Tioga Downs on the file.
On the
And I
balance.
was gonna call you on it, but I hadn't had.
Okay,
All right.
Fix that.
I will.
Well, I just, you need to look at it, why it's not paid, why it's still sitting there.
I'll touch base with you tomorrow on it. Or do you want
No, that's fine.
to? Okay,
Thanks,
John, I mean, you just send a email out there, I mean, what it is,
okay.
what's gonna happen.
Thanks, Aaron, for looking at that.
Other than that,
Can I have a motion, please, to acknowledge the financials? Second,
second.
thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Moving on to economic development and planning update, Leanne Tinney.
Things are moving along. We're actively engaged in numerous grants across the county. Right now, we have identified 10 potential opportunities. We have 22 grant requests out there that are pending right now. We're assisting. There are 42 active grants out there and 1 completed since the last time we met. So I'll continue to be very busy. With that, speaking of grants, the Downtown Revitalization DRI admin is ongoing, and we're really starting to see some of these projects now begin to start their construction, and actually some of them actually getting closer to closing their construction. So we'll start to see those projects being completed, and as a result of that, we'll start to see some of that admin money coming through as well. The New York Main Street, North Ave, the goal is to have that one done by the end of December. There are certainly challenges with that, but everything goes as planned. We'll have that wrapped up by year end. The Owego Police Station EPF grant, just getting going. RFPs have been out. The village has set up a couple of interviews, and they'll be selecting an engineering firm to help them through that. We're just providing a little assistance on that and kind of guiding them through the grant process. Village of Waverly, still waiting to hear on the New York Forward. They're telling us before the end of the year, we'll know whether a village will be awarded on that one as well, waiting to hear on Restore for Fuddy Duddies and Tioga Trails. Again, we're told that there'll be announcements, those announcements will be made before the end of the year. Village of Candor, New York Main Street admin, Megan continues to inch that project along. There's some good some good work being done there, but again, challenges as we go through the process. Town of Nichols broadband, connect all that build out is, again, moving along nicely. They're now entered into the, stringing fiber within the village. So East and West River Road work is complete. They're now stringing in the village and going out 282 and up Rokai. So within the next month, those houses should be able to be hooked up as well. I did meet last night with the town of Owego with a proposal to extend this work on the south side of Owego. The Montrose Turnpike area would really be an extension of the work that's being done in the town of Nichols. So they're exploring that. We gave them a couple of options there. We do still have, county does still have a bit of ARPA money that was designated specifically for broadband available. So, we'll continue conversations with town of Owego on that.
So that Montrose Turnpike, does that also include like Waits Road and that?
Yeah, so there are three options there. There's one to do a complete loop, which would incorporate Waste Road, Montrose into Nichols and connect with Nichols. And then we broke out two pieces of that because it's prohibitive. Obviously, the cost to do the entire loop is like $760,000 or $80,000. So it's going to be a matter of how much the town can put in versus what we have available to match it with. So they're going to decide whether they're going to break that up or they're going to try to do the whole
Thank you.
thing. The sweeper vacuum truck shared services agreement is still pending, trying to come to a resolution with that between all parties. Gotten some pretty clear direction from both the county and town of Owego on that, so we'll see where that goes. Workforce development, Sean continues to do his best to herd the cats related to getting everybody together, the schools and the BOCES, and get all three BOCES to meet at the same time. He's being challenged by that, but he's doing a good job trying to bring everybody together. Working on assisting with a planned job fair in partnership with the Waverly School and the Chamber in March. So he's continuing to move that forward. Let's see, Owego Gardens, I'll let Christine talk about that. And that's about it, I guess.
I have a question about the property signs that we were supposed to get. Do we know anything what's going on with that?
You know where that's at, Southern Tier 8. Property for sale signs.
Those signs, we were gonna kind of tweak them according to the property, as I recall.
Been a few minutes since I've been in touch with them and I confirmed all the information for the property.
Yep.
And they were gonna come back with final designs. So I haven't heard from them.
Okay, thank you.
I can reach out and find an update.
I just wondered what was going on. I remembered something about it.
Yeah, I'll find out and shoot an email.
Thank you.
How we move on to the most important thing of the night. Over Gardens 2.
Okay, so
I'm kind of getting bad vibe here.
Why would you?
It's our favorite subject, you know.
Say lead up to. Or.
Comes back to the water tank.
No way.
Oh, yeah. New water tank issue.
So I added to the spreadsheet one change order, the really low amount that you just approved for the heater required for the box, which Spectrum's equipment goes in, and that's required to run the security system. That's the $241 you approved. Everything else is the same as last month as far as expenses actually paid out. So this morning we gave the approval to open up the 8-inch valve to hopefully fill that tank faster. They were supposed to be filling over the weekend as was agreed upon last week, and seems like nobody really showed up and did that. So Monday morning it was only, a foot or so full.
Well, who was supposed to turn it on?
It was
Christine.
It was
She don't like it, but
it was a joint effort between Veolia, Robinson, and the inspectors. So nobody shows up apparently over the weekend to do it.
Robinson or Veolia?
No, I would say more so Veolia than Robinson.
Really?
Robinson's not,
Those are the nicest guys in the world.
Robinson's been on it from, at this point.
Yeah.
There has been no Robinson issues.
Yeah,
It's Veolia. It's crazy. Carl asked for how long? About what the protocol would be for filling overnight and over the weekend. No response, no response. And then we get there and
yes.
You got no water.
Months ago, they were discussing, and Leanne and I were the
Like,
impression
my home
that
over there for it.
procedure-
Her house.
Marty, are you filling that tank?
Have you had a difference in water pressure?
No, we haven't, but maybe with the 8-inch pipe, we might.
So the pressure was too high with the last procedure. This 8-inch valve will reduce pressure and decrease risk. So you're safer than you were
Okay, good to know.
Friday.
they were trying to push all that water through a 1-inch line.
1-inch line.
1-inch line.
I gotta take it forever.
Kidding?
So do we open this savings?
Maybe this isn't gonna work.
Yes.
Nothing is exploded yet, nothing has come off the rail.
No.
No, but the 8-inch valve is hooked to a 1-inch piece of pipe.
But
Oh, no.
It's
So-
insane. It is absolutely insane.
It's been reevaluated for months and we thought they had a procedure agreed upon months ago. And then it's a rework every.
All right, so are we there now? When we open
We don't
this
know.
valve, we're gonna start filling the tank. What else do we have to discuss?
I didn't hear from
I
Carl today,
didn't
did you?
Carl either, but he was.
He was gonna be on
Be
site.
there in 45
Well, to
minutes.
do it, so.
They
it
should have
be
just taken the
before.
top off the tank and let God fill it. It's like that.
Well,
That would have been a great idea.
Let me see if I can find out from Carl of what the deal is, where they're at.
What other goodies you got on the Weaver Gardens too?
Guardrails in.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
that's
that's
good.
The gate.
good. See that?
I
I
was
didn't know
gonna
if the
ask
gate,
the
is the
gate.
gate in yet? Do you know if the gate's in?
I thought you had a live feed up there the way you were talking.
Well, I know they were waiting for gate marks, so.
Where's the
Now,
gate
the
go at
gate
the
is
bottom?
at the lower.
Lower gate. Yeah, so we have
I'm
a
telling you, the
barbed
gate
wire
will be
fence
in
all the way
long
around the tank
before
itself.
this ever gets
And then they
turned
wanted
over.
that lower gate for additional.
Is this Veolia's stalling technique or?
You know, I really don't know. Other than, the local, every time we turn around, the local guy who's supposed to be running things here is on vacation. We're not in the office. He is never there.
What is
So
his name?
Jeff Van Wagenen.
Yes, I'm not surprised.
He's never there. This is recorded, I have to remember.
Other guy working from home, huh?
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, that works out good. Anyway,
So what else is left to do? Besides
We
the
still
water?
need to finalize easements, so we finally got agreement that all the legal descriptions are accurate from between Fagan and Hunt, which is Veolia's inspector. Now that's taken a lot of back and forth. And they finally agreed they're complete. Now I need to forward them to the attorneys so they can do their final review and get these easements executed in rapid pace.
Okay, what's going on
Is that
with the
him?
road?
That's Joe, but it's not on his table yet. He needs to receive the file. And I held a meeting with Joe,
We've
and the
had
other two
several.
attorneys.
Phone conferences with these guys to move this along, but it just
You got no
doesn't
power?
happen. Pardon?
You got no power?
I have no juice in this matter.
You need me to come help you?
Do we need to call?
Somebody come break some china,
I'll take care of it.
but
Put
they,
it on something.
you know, and documents we've got have been wrong, descriptions have been wrong, and
But she said we finally got that squared away.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say it's.
I
on
say-
Veolia at that time. It's, I mean, I suppose it was, but at this point, they've reviewed, made comment, Fagan finally was able to respond to their comments, fix it. It did sit for a little while, but they've moved now, so. We have finalized legal descriptions. Now we need the attorneys, which pre-prepared
I
their
mean,
documents.
before
they
we
just need
we
to-
reviewed and found them wrong, so we've had to send them back. So, but
And
we
that
still,
might happen again.
but
Now, this is for the transfer of the driveway, what's this
no,
for?
the driveway is the main road is transferred, right? There's 3 transactions, the tank parcel and the road up to the tank. Then there's that small parcel that is on the side of the hill
Hill,
that we
right.
decided to give them. And there's a very small easement parcel off to the east of the parking, adjacent to the parking lot, but to the east. That's the one we've been actually waiting on. The other 2 descriptions.
You get on that?
There we go.
Easement's not finalized yet, pretty easy, right, Megan?
So the developer agreement is still not finalized. We checked back in, so Megan needs to provide a lineal foot measurement so that we can continue to calculate the figures that go into the developer agreement. We've continued to meet, go over things, and we just need to tighten it up and complete it.
What's the implication if Legal Gardens 2 has a fire this evening? What's the implications? Because the water tank we're dragging our feet with it. I'm just asking a question. I mean,
They have temporary fire protection in place
Okay.
right now in a
that
plan.
makes me happy.
Fire hydrants there, there's making.
If there's no water in the fire hydrant, so good.
There is.
Fire hydrant down below, they can find hooked into the
Yeah.
existing system.
All right.
What's home leasing?
Somebody has to ask the question because
Agreement at this point.
I'd hate to have that on your plate.
There.
Joe will fix it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I can run up from my
Another-
neighborhood.
Another thing is we don't own home lease.
They're all the way to-
property.
They're all the first of the year now.
Yeah.
So Marty can run over there. with the-
Or put it in the tank.
Okay.
All right, we need to get on with this.
All right.
We beat this to death.
Let's go.
Passed it.
I'm gonna be like, every time I hear Wheel Gardens, I'm gonna go, oh, for the next.
You're
20 years.
gonna.
Yeah,
I
I know.
feel,
We're all gonna.
yes.
Except Aaron, Aaron's gonna be out of here. I'm retiring.
So Leanne has brought forward the potential to lease some IDA property to support the broadband extension project.
Let me talk about it.
Yes.
So, the broadband build out in the town of Nichols. There is a subcontractor working for Southern Tier Network who is putting the fiber on the poles. They have a fleet of trucks. They've had poles because they've had to replace poles. And they have a construction type trailer on a property in the town of Nichols that is actually not zoned for the use, how they're using the property right now. That property is zoned AR Ag Residential, and this particular use of the property is not a permitted use. That property also happens to be immediately adjacent, I mean, sharing property line with a member of the town of Nichols board. So, the town is requesting the property owner, not the sub, but the property owner, to have this material removed from his property because it's improper use. So they're in a kind of a battle with the actual property owner. In the meantime, Southern Tier Network is trying to figure out,
Wow, the ancient guy.
An apparition.
I would not hug him, but I can't. Okay. This is Bill Woods, past IDA board member.
Yeah.
Bill Woods.
And,
Welcome.
and chairman
Yes.
before me.
Didn't you tell him you're retired?
They still paying.
Wish he was pointing at me.
So anyway, sorry. We're trying to find an alternative option for this to be able to house their trucks, construction trailer, and any materials that they need. Town is now telling them that they can in fact leave the trucks on the site, but they've got to get the construction trailer off there.
This is coming from the town board member that's next door.
Well, from the town board as a whole, they've agreed. It's not a proper use. So, you know, they called me and said, you know what, any ideas? And I thought, well, maybe they could use the Barry Lapke property. To put their trailer on, they can maybe keep the trucks where they are, put the trailer on the Barry Lapke, which is zoned properly for that. And there, it's not any property that's being used for farm.
Gravel, flat ground.
It's flat.
Better,
All right, so we're all done talking about that. Everybody agree? that
It's a
this
good
would be
solution.
Great idea.
Yes, it is a good
The
solution.
town of Nichols want broadband, they just don't want the trucks to bring the broadband. Good.
Do we still have a well?
Thoroughly impressed.
Is there still a well there?
I don't know if that wellhead was pulled. It must have been.
That's
That was
just
back with Brian.
bit of a drive.
Just it's not as convenient, but it's still, it's in the general area.
Yeah.
So my next question for you then is,
How much?
Yeah.
What?
so and of course, my
Do something.
real request is
Free.
in the
I'll go with
spirit
Aaron's
of,
recommendation on this.
in the spirit of making sure that we continue to move this
How long are they gonna be there?
2 to 3 months.
Yeah. Let's not be the town of Nichols board member and just let them use the property.
I agree.
All right,
Geez.
so you can fix it.
You can fix it.
You can fix it legally.
Quick it, you make it so.
Right in his wheelhouse.
Do we
Got
need
some
to-
juice on
Do we
it.
need to charge him for his work?
It's free to them, but it's gonna cost us a ton.
This is devolved.
I was trying to keep it on the rails, buddy.
That train is going off.
Next, we're all set on that. Everybody happy with that?
We need to vote on that.
Yes,
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, we're done with that one.
Okay, well, there
That's
we
a
go.
great solution.
Easier.
I mean, why
That's the
not?
cheapest lease they ever got.
Very pleased that you guys say yes.
And I think we should put a sign up that says, this is for the town of Nichols project that they didn't want them to have. Or something like that. Yeah.
A
They're
special
trying they're
sign.
trying to follow the
Okay.
rules. that they-
Moving on, Christine,
What it's about, you know it.
reports, none.
None. Sales tax exemptions are within authorized limits. Illegal Gardens 2 and statewide report to me frequently and do a great job. Robinson, I've been on them for months and they keep evading submitting these reports. I keep asking them, they keep promising. So if they don't have them by next month, I might have Joe to send some type of a letter. I think it's just a matter of understaffing and we'll see how that goes in the next month. I'll keep asking.
There was an invoice that would be out, so
Right.
enough of that. Done the paperwork.
Okay. So just do it. Just go ahead and do it. Send the official
Well,
Joe
no, I
letter.
mean, you can follow whatever path you're on here, but what I'm saying is there was an invoice and they were looking for
Yeah.
cash. It would be here by now, so it's.
Yeah.
Needs to be done.
Okay. Onward, we have received approval regarding the Richford Railroad FEMA grant to fix that section that always causes flooding to the surrounding area. So we have an approval letter stating they'll pay 50% of the engineering plan and cost estimate for that fix. And where are we? Sorry, this is slow. Anyway, so we're seeking board approval to enter this grant agreement and pay 50% of the cost, of roughly 23,000.
Motion to move forward with the grant. approval.
Was it RJ Corman was gonna pay that?
Yeah, I would say that that'd be the railroad's responsibility.
Well, whose is it?
You know what? They did commit to.
Isn't this what Steve used to do and then he?
They did. So we don't have to pay anything, we just have to administer. Sorry,
why-
it's been like over a year since we applied for this,
Why were we looking for a resolution? Why is there a resolution?
because we just have to have your authority to
Understood.
administer.
Yes. Motion to move forward with administering the grant, please.
Didn't Steve administer his grants before? Or did we do this? I can't remember, never mind.
IDA applied.
We're
for-
the sub-recipient.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
So how much work is involved?
There's no construction work resulting from this grant. This is just to get engineering design and cost estimate to do the work. And thereafter, our hope is to pursue RJ Corman to pay for it because there are not sufficient records from the town or the surrounding homeowners in order for us to be able to complete a benefit cost analysis, which FEMA requires in order for you to actually apply for the funding to do the work. So there's virtually no chance of getting that funded through FEMA. So we're hoping, once we have the plans, RJ Corman will take it from there and actually complete the construction.
You need to dig out the minutes from when you applied, because I think they did agree.
They did. I have a letter on file. You're right. They did. I apologize.
Well, this doesn't keep us from letting them do the payment, right?
Right.
No.
Okay. Then I'll make it a motion.
Thank you. Could I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Okay. So we haven't yet heard on the ARC grant for the preliminary engineering design and cost estimate for the two 40,000 square foot buildings in Lounsbury. That's still pending. The ESD grant application, we received approval from ESD. Again, this is just to get a preliminary engineering plan and cost estimate to extend water to Raymond Hadley. They'll investigate alternative options and identify the most cost effective way to increase their water capacity. In this one, the board did vote and approve paying half the cost. So we applied for this over the summer. So slow. So the total project cost 47.3. IDA is committed by your vote to pay half of that, 23,650. Yeah. So we have to go ahead and proceed with having the engineers do this study. And I'm just seeking approval on this resolution to commit to doing so and administering this grant.
Can I have a first, please? So it's something that we would have to pay.
Second.
Mhm. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
That's all I have for regular right now. Once we're in executive, we'll go over this litigation with Joe. And once we come out, we have a resolution for your consideration.
Can I have a motion to move to executive session for?
So move.
Thank you. Don't lose that. Don't put it in your pocket either. Take care. Thank you so much, Mary.